Hey guys, back again. So, I think the other airbrush I might have gotten too much crud in. Might try to clean it out. Might be past to recovery. So switch to second one that came with my kit. So pick up where we left off. So we were painting the brown parts of this base. So we'll pick up there. Okay, so this one, tip I like to do is, so I'm using this air cast thinner to thin down the Citadel miniatures paints, especially bases. So I pick some of this up with my eyedropper and put a couple drops in here. So I put this in first so that it's easier to mix. So then for the brown paint, I'm just going to pour some in here. Come on. I don't have much brown paint left, so I think just enough to finish these bases and the wolf. So, okay, so I got the paint in there. So I'm going to use a brush to kind of mix it around a little bit, like so. And then using that trick I showed in the other video, putting my finger on the nozzle, and so that'll blow air into the canister. You want to be careful it doesn't go spraying everywhere. So it's a pretty good mix now. So I'll carry on with this. Oh yeah, a lot more paint coming out now. I think that other airbrush was pretty clogged up. So. Cool. I think I'll go over these again because I didn't get much brown on them. Well, and this last one, should move these wolves out of the way so they don't unintentionally get brown paint. Alright, cool. So those small bases are good. So now on to the big ones. So I just want to again paint the rocks. So kind of like that. Around here, paint the plastic part of the base. And then kind of the in-between cracks and crevices. So trying to use this color to kind of represent dirt. Also a little color variation on here. Ooh! Alright, yeah, that's what you gotta watch out for when mixing paint with that approach. So alright, so then I'll paint the edge here. Cool. Again, I'm going to go around the edge with a brush so that I'll have a really clean brush. So then for my wolf, so this wolf is going to be like a white wolf, so I have a gray base on him. This wolf I'm going to keep black, so I just have a very dark brown that I airbrushed onto the back while I wasn't filming. Then this wolf is going to be brown, so I'm going to base him with this brown now. One thing, you know, the airbrush kind of blows in a specific direction, so I'm holding the wolf kind of facing me so that, you know, its fur is going backwards. So if I was to airbrush this way, I would get the brown into all of the crevices, but I kind of want to leave those black to give it some nice kind of shade effects. So I'm purposely holding the wolf with it looking at me, and then I can spray kind of towards it so that the back part of the fur stays black. So it might be hard to see on camera, but so if you look kind of at the wolf at this angle, it looks very brown, but if you look at it at this angle, it looks really black because the back part is not getting the airbrush effect. And so that might be too black, so what I could do is just hold the wolf really far away from my airbrush and just kind of dust it with some paint. Just to get some brown on that back part, but still leaving a lot of black. So that's it for these bases and the wolves so far. So the airbrushing part is done. So next up, I'll get into this with some brushing techniques. So the next part will be the wash, and then to dry brush it, and then the paint for these bases. And the wolves, for the most part, I have to paint all the cyber bits, but the wolves will have a very similar approach. So stay tuned for that.